Hey everyone, it's that time again. I'm meteorologist Michael Prianti for another forecast update, and I'm joined with not Brad Miller, but you know him and you love him, Mike Mahalik. How's it going, Mike?
I don't know if they love me.
Well, it sounds like they do, right?
Hey, maybe. So, hey, I'm glad to help out, Mike. So let's go through the forecast.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So let's take a look at your forecast here for this Veterans Day, and we have a little bit of an icy, snowy mess for parts of the Northeast going forward here. Yeah, so we'll take a look at the national map here. There's a cold front coming from Michigan through parts of the Midwest and into the plains, bringing some decent snow for parts of Chicago. Some areas have got about maybe 3-5 inches of snow, and they're expected to, continue this afternoon. We go into our area, and not a whole lot going on. There's a couple of showers, maybe some sprinkles in northern Mass.
Nothing crazy. A few sprinkles going north. Much of the day is dry, but as you head into tonight, there might be a few more showers and a few more sprinkles that start developing, mainly Massachusetts on north in through New Hampshire, and that's where it could get a little bit dicey, right, Mike?
Yeah, a little bit, and let's just take a look and see what some computer guidance is showing us, and as always, we'll take a look at some models here, and we'll actually look at one model in particular, the NAM. It's better for more short-range outlooks versus like the GFS and the Euro, which we use to look at events like 2 or 4 days in advance, since this is going to come in the afternoon on Tuesday. So here we are, a couple showers, as we mentioned, or some sprinkles north and northern Mass this afternoon, and then we go into the evening and notice a couple of those oranges in central and southern Maine and some green here, but in this area in particular, anywhere from like Rochester, New Hampshire, into the Merrimack Valley, Berkshires, there could be, and it doesn't really show much here, but there could be some sprinkles, and they could be near below freezing, so some freezing rain, perhaps?
Yeah, wouldn't doubt it. So, I mean, for your morning drive tomorrow, there could be a few slick spots. So if you live in the areas that Mike mentioned in the Merrimack Valley, I surely would keep a close eye there on that.
Yeah, and this is actually what the model's printing out for through about 7 o'clock Tuesday morning. And just one note is that, it may look like a lot of ice, and the pinks are ice. It usually overdoes it. But at least the one thing to take out of this is that, these are the areas that could see some ice, some slick ice. We're really looking at really patchy icing, maybe some coatings in like the interior, wherever you might see more of that mixy part, but more patchy icing anywhere along the borderline interior areas.
Yeah, I don't think this should be a major icing event by any means, but still, you don't need a whole lot of ice to cause some problems.
That's true.
But heading on, let's take a look at the snow aspect of this storm, by the way.
Yeah, so once we move through in the morning, we'll see a return of some rain for the coastal plain parts of the rest of the I-95. It's starting to snow, change over to snow, northwest Jersey, Hudson Valley, western Massachusetts.
And what's interesting is that, guys, it's not only going to change over from North Jersey on through New England. We're talking about down towards Philadelphia, maybe even down towards D.C. and northern Virginia there. They could see a little bit of snow mixing in on the backside. Now, you're not going to see a whole lot of accumulation from this, especially the further south you go.
No.
Especially on those pavements. Maybe some grassy areas get a little bit of a coating, something to that effect. But for the most part, we're looking at coating to inch amounts, and those inch amounts will be most likely, again, on the grass and especially on hilltops, things of that nature. And even maybe southeast Mass there. It could be a little bit of enhancement with some upper level energy moving through that I'm eyeing up for tomorrow evening. But any of the plowable stuff, further north for sure, right, Mike?
Oh yeah, I mean, you take a look. This is the pink is about a half foot. Some of these oranges, that's showing over a foot, maybe 2 feet. That might be overdoing it, but it's also high elevation, so it could also be true as well. But a lot of 6 to 12 inch amounts in northern upstate New York and Vermont and parts of New Hampshire. But again, down toward the I-95, coating to 1 really is what we're looking at. So.
And then behind that front, for sure, we're talking about some cold air, some of the coldest air we've seen this season, right?
Oh yeah, and remember, it is November. This is not January, so this is definitely atypical, but we've, of course, seen crazier things in November, a.k.a. last year. We've seen a snowstorm.
That's for sure. I had to come back from Atlantic City that year because of the storm. So,
oh boy, that must have been a rough drive.
It is what it is, but let's show them how that temperature just crashes during the afternoon as that changeover happens.
Yeah, take a look. This is about the afternoon. As it's starting to go over to snow, you see they're about 32 in Boston, 34 in New York, but then it goes over and you're dropping well into the 20s, but even into the teens as you go into the morning on Wednesday. And also, it's going to be breezy, so those wind chills by Wednesday morning are possibly, what, the single digits?
Single digits, maybe even 0 around there.
Jeez.
I wouldn't even be surprised if some of those areas in northern New England towards Saranac Lake, you could be below 0 for wind chills. So it's pretty incredible of an air mass, more like January than November.
Yeah.
But hey, things can happen.
That's true. Yeah. Well, hopefully, we won't see any more cold air until, actual winter.
Well,
December and January.
Okay, we'll see how that goes.
We can always hope. So that's all we have for this weather update. We're WeatherWorks, your weather experts. Join us on our social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, here on YouTube. Make sure you follow, subscribe us for more content each and every week. And as always, on WeatherWorksInc.com, and actually we rebranded ourselves. We're a new, and I just realized that we have an old logo there, but yeah. But yeah, so make sure you join us at WeatherWorksInc.com. Take a look, and we'll see you in a couple days.
All right.